Well, it is official. Jake Joseph Paul will knock out, defeat, and embarrass no one because he lost. Yes, that is right. We were talking about Jake Paul versus Tommy Fury. It was last night. I watched it live with my friends. Ah, well, Jake Paul finally lost. He finally lost. Um, you know what? I was pretty much right in every way, but wrong in every way as well. I predicted Jake to land and finish him, but I did say if it went the distance, Tommy would win. I predicted that it would be a very clinchy, dirty fight, and that's exactly what it was. I predicted that Jake would have to push Tommy onto the back foot, but to be fair, I'm going to give a lot of credit to Tommy in this video. Tommy, when he went on the back foot, actually was catching Jake. So, fair play to Tommy, man. Like, he came out, he had the nice double jabs, he was throwing those combinations on Jake, he was catching Jake, he was hitting Jake. I'm going to give credit both ways because although it was a very annoying fight, the fact that there was all the clinching, it was entertaining in the form of they both hurt each other. They both felt each other's punches. You know what I mean? It wasn't just a case of like Tommy put the beat down on Jake or Jake would land these big shots. Tommy, they both felt each other's punches. There was one hook Jake hit Tommy with, and it didn't rock Tommy, but Tommy, you could tell, felt it. But it was one of those ones Tommy felt it, goes, alright, that was a good punch, try it again, type thing. Then there was ones that Tommy caught Jake and Jake's legs wobbled a bit. I think Jake caught Tommy once and his legs wobbled. Jake knocked Tommy down. And yes, I know, before you say, it was a slip. It was a slip. But when you land a glove, whether it is a slip or not, it is still a knockdown. You know what I mean? It's if you catch someone with a glove, even if they slip, you've still caught them. That's still considered a knockdown. He didn't knock Tommy down in the form of hurting him, I don't believe. Obviously, because it was a slip, but he still got the knockdown. But we're back to talk about it. What does Jake do now, and what does Tommy do now? Because Tommy, we all said before the fight, Tommy was the better boxer. Would like to think Tommy comes out and boxes him and beats him by boxing him. We all said Jake was the harder hitter. Jake just had a dog in him. And that's literally what I saw in this fight. This fight proved exactly what we all thought. Tommy's a better boxer. That Jake can take punches, that Jake has power. And, you know, I think it just proved everything that we already knew, realistically, which was Tommy's a better boxer, because people who predicted Jake to beat Tommy, like I said, I felt like Jake was going to put it off, but I never thought he would outbox him. I thought like maybe Tommy would do that, and then Jake turn into a dirty fight, scrap him a little bit, and then land a big overhand right. But we're also going to talk about the decision. The decision was a split decision. One judge for Jake, 2 judges for Tommy. Now, it was 8 rounds, and I want you to let me know your opinions down below in the comments. A lot of people are saying it was rigged because Tommy won. It wasn't rigged. Tommy won fair and square. A lot of people are saying that it was a close fight, and a lot of people are saying that it wasn't even a close fight. My opinion on it, as much as I can remember, because there actually is parts of the fight I actually can't remember. I think it's just because there was a lot of clinching. I kind of just threw it out of my head, but what I remember is Tommy took the first and second round. First round very convincingly. Second round, I think Jake made it a little bit closer, but Tommy still won it. Like, you could tell Tommy won it. I think the third round is the round where Jake came out and he just edged that round. I can't remember the round by round breakdown, but overall, out of the 8, I think I had Jake winning 2 rounds. I think. Maybe 3. I think it was 2 though. I'm not sure. I know it was the third round, and I don't know what round after. Obviously, the round he got the knockdown on Tommy Fury as well, which was, I believe, was the 8th round, was it? I don't know if that was the 7th or 8th round. I think it was the 8th round. He got that, so realistically, I think Tommy was out landing him in that, but then Jake landed a couple and got the knockdown, so I don't know if I'd give that to Jake because of how dominant Tommy was in that round. I'd maybe just say it was even. We'll just say it was even for the sake of it. But yeah, Jake won, I think, a couple rounds, but Tommy won like by a large margin. He proved he was a better boxer. He completely outboxed Jake. They both got points deducted. Jake got a point deducted. Then sooner or later, Tommy got a point deducted. So it was realistically the round that Jake won that then became a draw. Jake still won because then Tommy got a point deducted. So it would have ended up just being level anyway. So it didn't really matter. It evened out regardless. So, but yes. overall, I don't think it was that close of a fight. What I'll say is it was a close fight in the form of competitiveness, but not boxing wise. And what I mean by competitiveness, it was a close fight in the form of every time Tommy was hitting Jake with something, Jake would come back with something. And Jake wasn't always landing clean, he wasn't always landing flush, but he made Tommy respect his power, and he made it a close fight compared to what it should have been. Because although Tommy won, and I will give all the credit to Tommy, fair play, he came out, he boxed well. He did throw the same combo over and over again, but you know what? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. It was catching Jake, so why not throw it? So I'll give all the credit to Tommy, fair play. But at the same time, the fact that it was even remotely close, like even a little bit, to me doesn't look good on Tommy, because I know a lot of people are always like, oh, Jake, he's a tough kid, but he's a YouTuber. He's a Disney kid. In reality, I think Tommy should have got in there and knocked him out. So I think it comes down to the point of, I don't think it's the fact that Tommy, I think it's the fact we've looked at it like this. It kind of looks bad on Tommy because Tommy didn't finish him, right? But I think we also have to look at it like this. Tommy didn't finish him not because because it was a close fight in the form of they were both close in skill, because they were not. He just couldn't finish him because Jake was playing it smart by clinching him, but then also Jake can just take punches. That's it. Like, Tommy outboxed him completely. It just, Jake can take a fucking punch, and that is it. And whenever he was in trouble, he was smart enough to clinch. He was smart enough to move away, move around, hold the clinch until he was recovered. That's what you would do in a fight. So I think it was just a case of Jake played it smart. Tommy, won the fight, but Jake played it smart in order to not get knocked out. And I think they both wobbled each other, like I said. But the question is, overall, fair play to Tommy, fair play to Jake. It was an entertaining fight nonetheless. Will we see it again? I don't know. What is next for both of them? Does Jake take the rematch against Tommy? Does he take a little time off and get better and improve and face Tommy? Because his jab still isn't there. He needs to fix his jab. He needs to put together combos. He really, really, really needs to fix his goddamn footwork. Because see, when he jabs, it really annoys me. He doesn't go like that. He comes from the hip for some reason and steps into it for some reason. I know Jake has only been boxing 3 or 4 years, so he's still a novice at boxing. So is Tommy at this rate, because it takes years. But it's I feel like BJ Flores just said, Jake, see the jab? It's the first step. It is one of the, if not the most important punches in boxing, because it can control the entire pace of the fight. Learn it. I feel like he should drill the jab into Jake's head. I don't know. But should Jake take the rematch? Should Jake go fight Nate Diaz and stick the fighting UFC fighters? Because, he fought a pro boxer. He got beat. Fair enough. Does he go fight other pro boxers now, lower level, and build it up? Does he take the rematch? Does he just go back to fighting YouTubers, MMA fighters? Because when he fights YouTubers, MMA fighters, when it comes to YouTubers, he's top of the game. When it comes to MMA fighters, he's still proving he can beat tough opponents, just not to have a boxing background. But if he fights, all the people Tommy has fought prior, aside maybe the Grant guy, I think Jake beats. All the people that Jake has fought prior, like Tyron Woodley, Anderson Silva, I think Tommy beats. So I think they've fought competition in the form of they would beat each other's competition just like they beat the competition themselves. But I just think when it gets down to it, it came to fundamental boxing, and that is Tommy's bread and butter, because he's been doing it since he was 6 years old. He's lived and breathed it. Jake has only started boxing 4 years ago, so he needs to understand that Tommy has just so much more IQ and so much more experience. And that's because Jake started late. And at the end of the day, Jake needs to respect that and think, right, Tommy knows what the fuck he's doing. Maybe I should take time, which I think he should. I think Jake should go take time, maybe have a fight against Nate Diaz or something, and then take the rematch just to get that confidence up again, to work on a few things to give him time. Or just take a long break and get better and then face Tommy again. That's what I think. But let me know in the comments below what y'all think. I might do a video actually breaking down the fight, watching it through and breaking it down again. If you really want to see that, you can let me know either way. Let me know what your opinion, your overall thoughts on the entire fight. Do you think it was a close fight? Do you agree with split decision? Because I think it should have been majority decision, personally. But let me know either way. Let me know in the comments below your overall opinions on the fight, how it went, if it was close. What do you think Tommy should do next? What do you think Jake should do next? I don't know what Tommy should do next. I know he's going to take time off, spend it with his family like he should. Obviously, he's a new kid. That's what he wants to do. He wants to spend it with his wife and his family. Congratulations to him. But I don't know what Tommy's going to do next. Who knows? Maybe the Jake Paul rematch. But there was respect thereafter, and that was nice to see. But like I said, let me know in the comments below. I got to get this up, then I got to go to work. Great. I did lose money on Jake, but you know what? It's all good because it was an entertaining fight. I don't really mind. As a tear trips mine. Either way, hope you all are having an amazing day. Hope you all are thinking positive and test negative. Hope you all are staying safe. Hope you all enjoyed the fight. And I'll see you in the next one. So, peace.